and Galeer, the kings of the ring. Dropkick the Commute, we're just getting started still. Mufussy and Galeer.
Hello and welcome to Dropkick the Commute, the only podcast on the internet where two dudes talk about wrestling. Sometimes one of them is in a car.
We've been at the HQ for a couple episodes now, but I fear we're going back to the car this week.
Yeah, pretty soon. Hey, we had some good wrestling this week.
Surprisingly good wrestling.
Yeah, but before we hop into it, go check out our guest episode that we just did. We had a fun little topic about fights at the Ren Fair and how similar they are to pro wrestling.
Renaissance Fair for those that don't know.
Oh,
the
yeah.
lingo.
Renaissance Fair.
You know, we can't just assume that everyone knows.
The Renaissance.
Dropkick the Commute.
Let's talk about the big news from SmackDown. We finally have a mid-card women's title. Women's United States Championship has been announced. Competitors from Raw and SmackDown can go for it.
Oh, it's an inter-brand. I didn't know that.
This makes me assume that they're not going to have a women's Intercontinental.
That's okay, because then we kind of get into the realm of too many titles.
Right.
I think.
So if we have the U.S. one hop in between brands, I'm okay with that. Does add some stakes to the women's division. We're looking pretty good.
It changes a lot because I thought it was only SmackDown.
When Nick Aldis announced it, he specifically said Raw and SmackDown. So that's pretty hype. That's exciting.
Who do you think it's going to go to first? Who do you think's the most deserving of it?
Dude, this just popped into my head and I hate this idea. What if they do what they did with Theory where Tiffany cashes in on the fucking US title?
After all that?
I would hate that so much.
Yeah,
I really hope she doesn't.
I'm not crazy about that. That's for sure.
Before it even gets on anyone, she's just like, hey, cashing in. Give me.
Yeah. She just oh my God, wait, that like just gets it for free kind of thing?
Yeah.
That's actually. This guy might be onto something.
I hate that idea. I don't want that to happen, but like, I don't know.
No, I know. My mind goes to three names. Michin.
Okay.
Is a big one.
That's a good one, yeah.
I thought of Bailey. And that might be I don't know if that's a disrespect, but I think like give her another chance with the mid card. I don't know,
Yeah.
Kind of like start it off with some prestige, if you will. And then who is the third name? I can't remember.
I was thinking Naomi, maybe.
Naomi was another good one.
Who from Raw?
Yeah, now I'm thinking about Raw. I gotta go look at the Raw roster.
I would hate this as well, but Raquel, Judgment Day getting more gold.
Yeah, I like that.
Kyrie
could win it. I think maybe Ivy Nile could be cool because she's on
American Made.
Yeah, I almost said American Top Team. That's that's an AEW deep cut.
Uh-oh.
Sonya Deville, maybe Zelina Vega. I don't know. We're on our way somewhere, but the women's division really needs some like.
It's a little messy right now, so I think this will help it.
Yeah, but those are some names I could see. I really like Ivy Nile. The idea of her having it.
That's a good idea right there.
I'm interested to see it. So it's kind of gonna go on both brands, kind of like the tag team championships.
Yeah. SmackDown, pretty good episode. Things are heating up in DIY. Tommaso Ciampa's getting all pissed off, and we had Pretty Deadly versus DIY. Ciampa just didn't tag in Johnny at all. Won the match himself. He's like, fine, I'll do it myself type beat. And he's getting pissed at Johnny wrestling. So
yeah, I don't know if I like it.
I'm not sure I do either.
They've done it once already in NXT, but the big thing for me is that they haven't really gotten their chance to really shine. Like
right on the main roster.
Did they even win the tag team titles? I think they.
Yeah, they did.
They did, but they didn't hold them that long.
Yeah, the Bloodline took it from them.
They really like aren't performing at their peak potential. And like I'm glad the Machine Guns have it, but also I don't know, like DIY hasn't felt important to me at all.
No.
Like since they've been main roster, and That's unfortunate because they're both really good wrestlers.
Well, if I'm being honest, Johnny Gargano hasn't felt important on the main roster to me. Like, even when he came back, he got a massive pop when he first came back. People were so excited for him, and then like nothing, you know.
Crickets.
Yeah.
I hope this is just a tease and they're not actually thinking of pulling the trigger on that, because that would really suck, I think.
Yeah.
I think there's no reason to break up really any of the tag teams right now.
No, I completely agree with that. Speaking of the Machine Guns, they successfully defended against A-Town Down Under. There was a bit where they were supposed to be on the Waller Effect. They posted like a promo online, or like a segment online rather, where Nick Aldis was like, "Hey, did you get my text to Austin Theory?" And he was like, "No, man. What are you talking about?" He's like, read the bottom half of it." And he goes, "Oh, we have to fight for him tonight?" And he's like, "Yeah, I mean, those shows always break out into chaos anyway, so skip the middleman and have a match." So that's how this match happened. And Motor City Machine Guns, you know, they look good. They defended successfully. I really love their entrance. Pop, and they come out, the little fireworks that happen. They go pop, pop.
Yeah, it's good. It's so strange seeing them here
In WWE.
Yeah, it's like a good strange, but it's just like I'm not used to it yet. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't paid too much attention to them since they showed up. I really want them to be like showcased like more in like a bigger way, because they're like huge stars, you know. I don't know how they can. I don't know how they'll do that, but interested to see. We have a very interesting tag team division.
Yeah, there's a lot of like different teams here, and they're all like pretty unique. So I'm hoping the tag division like heats up a little bit as well, because I feel like it's just kind of been like stagnant for a little bit. I mean, the Bloodline did have the tag titles too, so that's kind of, you know, where that is. But now that they have it, like, let it cook for a few weeks and see what happens here.
Right. I agree.
Lastly, the other big thing from SmackDown was the end.
There's two.
What's the first?
Kevin Owens.
Oh, yes, Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens pulled out a pile driver on Randy Orton.
Yeah, that's a bad move. He broke his neck.
I see so many pile drivers like in AEW and elsewhere that like, but this still popped me because I was like, they never do that.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Yeah, and then it is a banned move in WWE or whatever. I think the last time pile driver was used in WWE was it was CM Punk and John Cena on Raw, but they really don't pull it out. So I think this is their way. It's like, okay, you got to do this as safe as possible because we need this to like look fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Whenever this match happens, do a lights out match.
Do you think Cody and Kevin are gonna have a match at like Survivor Series or something because of this? Because Cody went to the hospital with Randy, and then he was all pissed. So I'm wondering if he's gonna come out and be like, "Kevin, you son of a bitch."
That might be it, as long as they don't recruit him in War Games. And there's your segue.
Yeah.
Bam.
War Games. Bloodline heating up big time here. I loved this segment. I loved it.
Goo goo gaga. I loved it.
Goo goo gaga. Give me a goo. Dude, it was fire. We had Solo's acknowledgement ceremony.
Another one.
Yeah, another one. Acknowledge me and all this stuff. And, you know, Roman comes out. Well, let's talk about the beginning of the show real quick. Because that's kind of an important bit here. Roman, Jimmy, Jay, and Sammy were in the ring, and Sammy's like, "Hey man, I'll help you guys and all that. If you want me to go, I'll go, but I want an apology." And he's like, "You want me to apologize to you?" And he goes, "No, I want you to apologize to Jay." And then Roman's like, "Jay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we involved this fool in the first place. And like he goes off and Roman's ego got in the way. And he's like, bro, he's not even family. Like all this stuff. We have a little backstage segment where he talks some shit to Jay and Jay grabs his arm and he's like, that's your one pass, Oos. You're not saying shit like that to me again or else I'm out of here. And then Jimmy walks away as well and he's like, man, you're a shithead. And then Roman's all alone for a hot second there.
Yeah, he needs to check himself.
Yeah, he does.
He needs to see a therapist.
Yeah. He's got some trauma, some issues going on.
Let's unpack it.
So, end of the show. We have the acknowledgments ceremony. Roman comes out alone and he's talking to Solo, challenges him, and he's like, you want to challenge me one-on-one? Bitch, we got War Games coming up. I don't think so. So, you know, setting up War Games. And he's like, you go find 4 other people, and I got my 4 other people. And he's like, I only see 4 of you there. And he's like, oh, but that's the thing. My 5th is Sami Zayn. Sami comes out, and he's just staring at Roman. And they're all like, oh, my God. Oh, Sami's bad. I knew it. They start attacking Roman. Sami stays at the end of the ramp. The Usos come in, try and save Roman a little bit. Then Solo holds up Roman, about to give him the old thumb. And Sami comes into the ring and he's like, hit him, Sami. Come on. You know what he did to you? And Sami very deliberately kicks Solo Sikoa. And that was no mistake there. Saved Roman's ass. They take down the Bloodline. Jimmy and Jay put the ones up. Sami and Roman have a stare down. And then Sami puts the one up. Roman puts the one up. We have our team.
It's true.
It's true. I like it. I really love this segment.
We have our team, but there's still
one
on each.
Yeah, there's one on each missing. Unless they just do 4v4.
No, it sounds like they're doing 5v5.
I don't know.
Because Solo was like, we have 5.
Yeah, he
said we have 5.
He said we have 5, thinking he was going to have Sami, but now Sami went to the other team, so now they only have 4, unless there is a mystery 5th.
For each team.
For each team, but I don't know. Now you have 4v4 set up, so it's like...
So, if it is 5v5, let's talk about it.
Again, this question?
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
I was talking to Jake Impact for another show the other day, and he said there's Zilla Fatu, and there's Hikuleo, who signed a WWE contract.
Yeah. That's true.
And Hikuleo is brothers with the Tongans, or he's not brother. I can't remember.
He's one of them.
Family.
He's the Rock's cousin.
No, Tama Tonga is his brother, and Tonga Loa is his cousin. People are saying that's the reason he might go to their team, and then I guess Zilla Fatu goes to... But then there's really no explanation for Zilla Fatu other than he is a Fatu.
Unless the Usos are like, yo, we gotta call him up.
We got someone.
Yeah, we gotta call him up. That would be a little
they were
random.
like, yo, y'all remember Umaga? His child is dangerous.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know. He's not too far off from WWE. Like, he's pretty adjacent. He wrestles for Booker T's
Reality or Wrestling, yeah. Which is now a WWE ID school.
We're gonna get ID'd. It's only a matter of time.
Yeah. DTC ID.
What was the other day? Cappuccino Jones.
Cappuccino Jones.
From Coffeeville, Kansas.
It's so good. Cappuccino Jones. So, I don't know. If they do 4v4, they have it set up. If they do 5v5, we're going to need some randos. Seems like it's going to be 4v4.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be the most fun War Games we've ever had. No, SmackDown cooked. Thought it was really good. Good episode.
Yeah, decent episode.
Pretty solid. Let's talk about
Collision.
Collision.
What else was a decent episode?
Collision.
Yeah, that's right.
Collision.
That's right.
Collision.
We're setting up like tag team 4-way like contender shit.
Mm-hmm.
Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn are gonna defend in a 4-way tag team match. One team confirmed so far, which is the Outrunners.
I'm so excited, dude. I love the Outrunners so much.
So good,
dude.
And now I've seen them enough to where I know who's who.
Yeah. I loved on Collision. They played Julia Hart's. We'll get to this after, but they played Julia Hart's like return video package. And then immediately it cut to an Outrunners merch commercial.
Yep.
It was the funniest transition ever that they could pull off, and it was so good.
And that's why wrestling is great, because you go from just two guys that are repping the 80s to like a whatever Julia Hart is, like a cheerleader turned
goth girl.
Fucking goth girl, yeah. Dax and Cash are gonna face two of the House of Black. Malachi said good luck, so I'm assuming it's Buddy and Brody.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going to have Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, the Acclaimed, go up against the LFI.
Yeah.
So that's cool. And then, speaking of the LFI, we got Roderick Strong versus Beast Mortos. This match actually fucked.
It was so good.
Very good. There was a little bit of drama in it in the beginning, where he's like, Beast!
Yeah.
So wait, was Beast like part of the Kingdom for a minute, or was he just like
Roddy was trying to get him to be part of the Kingdom, and he was like trying to like gaslight Beast and be like, come on Beast, like we're pals, right?
Yeah,
like all this stuff. And then he joined LFI, and now he's all mad that he's like, I was trying to make Beast a good guy, I was trying to get him to be our friend, and that didn't happen. So
I think he's a better fit for LFI anyways.
Yeah.
But Roddy wins with a knee.
Yes.
Which I thought was interesting. But he gets the W. So now that's his second match. And he has to get 3 if he wants to be in the Adam Cole MJF match, which I still think is a strange stipulation.
You know what this feels like? And I don't mean this in any kind of way. It feels like something you would book in GCW.
Yeah, exactly. And like, again, there are so many parallels you could draw to the shit I book in my fake wrestling show.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's a fake wrestling show.
Yeah, it's not a real...
This is real.
This literally feels like he's doing like a universe mode and just like writing shit down, you know?
It's a very like random thing. Like, you have to win against 3 people if you want to face me.
Yeah.
But I just don't know why Roddy is really included in this either.
Right.
Like, I don't know what the point is and what the payoff for it is. Because it sounds like that's what they're going to have.
Triple threat.
Either a triple threat or my fantasy booking brain. If it's a triple threat, I think Roddy and Cole just like they're just going to tag team him.
Yeah.
But I think MJF's going to find some way to win that. I think he's going to win either way. I think MJF's going to win that feud.
Yeah.
And then, or at least that match. But then if it's just Adam Cole, my brain sees Roderick Strong interfering in the match and costing Cole the match. And then Cole like officially wants nothing to do with them.
That makes sense.
But that's shit. I just have these weird random thoughts about it because it's a weird random stipulation.
Right. Yeah. Like it made sense when, because MJF did this a while ago when he was champion, and it would make sense. Like you have to, you have the trials to get to the champion, but he's not a champion right now. It's literally just like a feud.
Exactly, it's a grudge match.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Adam Cole's facing Takeshita, even though he could be facing Brody after that very bad match with Malachi.
Yeah, one thing we were confused about the other day is MJF called the Callis family.
Yeah, okay. That I remember I read somewhere about that, and I was like, oh, that makes more sense because they said like you'll have a favor or something for us.
Yeah. So we were like a little confused about who he was calling and like why they would be involved in this, but yeah, he called the Don Callis family. So
that clears it up, I guess, a little bit.
Yeah.
I still would have liked Brody Lee.
I would-
Or Brody King.
Brody King,
Sorry,
yeah. I
rest
would
in
have too. Rip Brody Lee. He just comes back down. He's like,
my God,
Adam
say his-
Cole, I am your
Say
third.
his name. Mariah May had a little video pre-tape thing. You liked this?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was really good. She was just like, I hate women's wrestling. Like, ever since I won this championship, like, everyone's a little bitch except for me, pretty much. And she's like, oh, I was all for, ladies supporting ladies and blah, 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 blah. But she's like, no, like, I'm the toughest one here. You all suck. And I'm the champion. So step up.
Yeah. And then following that, too,
Anna Jay.
Anna Jay threw out a challenge.
Yep.
No DQ match.
Yeah.
She pulled a little bit of a Cody.
Yeah.
So I need the specifications on this because I don't know. I don't remember she said it in the video, but she was basically like, no DQ match. If I lose, I won't challenge for the championship ever again. Now,
Correct.
Is that while she's champion still, or is this ever?
She said, I will never challenge you for the championship.
Okay.
Again.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's always a gray area there. I hate that. Like, I will never challenge for it ever again.
Yeah.
Because Cody did that and he fucking shot himself in the foot. I don't see Anna Jay winning.
Yeah,
but
I
I
don't
do
either,
see
but-
her, looking very good in this match.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be a banger. Is that going to be at Full Gear as well, or is that going to be sooner?
Next week on
Okay.
Collision.
All right.
I need you to go back and I need you to watch a match if you haven't yet.
I'll write it down for my homework.
Anna Jay
Yeah.
and Ty Conti.
Okay.
Or Ty Mello, I guess is her name now, but her name was Ty Conti versus it was Penelope Ford and the Bunny. And it was like a no DQ like hardcore tag match.
Oh,
it was
hell
on
yeah.
it was on Rampage, and it was one of the greatest fucking matches of Anna, probably the greatest match in Anna Jay's career.
Yeah. Back in the good days of Rampage.
Yeah, so Street Fight fucking went hard.
Hell
it was
yeah.
you can probably find it on YouTube though. 'Cause
Yeah.
everything's on there with AEW. Do you think Leo Rush is officially? Do you think he's joining the Hurt Syndicate? Because he didn't say he's officially joining, but
Yeah.
he said he held on to that card,
Yeah.
and he's calling Swerve out. He's gonna face Swerve
He
on
is.
Dynamite, which one is gonna be a killer match because they both rule. Leo Rush used to be Bobby Lashley's manager back when he debuted in like,
Really?
2018. He used to be like the hype man. He would come out with the mic and be like, Bobby Lashley.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. And he also said the man of the hour is back around, which used to be his nickname in NXT. He would be called the Moth, Man of the Hour.
The Moth.
He's Mothman.
I fucking love that. So, okay, with everything you just said, then yes, probably. That's probably where they're getting.
Grow Hurt Syndicate to like where it should have been when they were in WWE.
Yeah.
Like I liked what they had, but I wish they kept recruiting. Like they were trying to recruit Ricochet. They had like Cedric Alexander was part of it.
We hurt people. I fucking hate it. Have you listened to it more?
No, let me.
It's
do
not
you want
a
a
good-
live? Do you want a live reaction?
Live reaction. Can you play it?
Oh wait, it's fucking West Side Gun. Are you kidding me?
Break legs, we break rookies, we break vets, we break reps for break fest. Business with the syndicate, we finish it, we limitless. Talking any block, we spinning it. We talking but we living it. We mess around with the almighty. Yeah, businessmen and we all grimy. Yeah, beat you down, make it go viral. Yeah, we want the money and all the titles.
Okay.
Hey yo, we hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people.
We hurt people. We hurt people. We hurt people.
Okay. So a couple of notes. If it was an instrumental, I would love it more.
100%.
Like it's a good instrumental. It's one of those songs that like they clearly made it for them
Yeah.
because they're like
You
the
messing with
almighty.
the almighty.
Yeah, that's cringe. I hate that. I still like the We Hurt People. And that's something about it is so hype to me. And I think just hear me out. I think in the context of like the type of rap song that it is,
Yeah.
it like makes sense.
Okay.
It doesn't necessarily mean it's good, but if you think about it a little more in the context of
Oh
it,
yeah, we hurt people.
I don't know. I
We
hear it and I'm
hurt
like,
people. I guess we'll have to agree to disagree on this one.
we had a random TNT title match.
Yeah.
It actually wasn't that bad though.
No, it was a decent match. It was just very odd.
I think it's funny that a heel like Jack Perry is doing an open challenge just about every week.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you think like someone like him would be like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, it's not even really an open challenge. He's not just like, hey, someone come out here. It's just like people approach him and they're like, I want that. And he's like, okay.
Yeah, I know. It's very strange. I want people to be like interrogating him, like, where did the Bucks go? Where did the Bucks go?
Right. They haven't said anything. You figure like they would like confront him about it, and he's just moping around backstage being depressed and stuff like he does because he's Jack Perry. And
It's true.
You know, he's dark and mysterious.
Jack Perry had a little altercation with Rhode Island's Peter Griffin. That was
Bro,
good.
if you went, you would have seen Peter Griffin.
I know. I did see him when I went to Comic-Con. If there's one thing I will applaud AEW for, it's for being on top of like all the people that are trending on social media.
Yeah.
Like Big Justice, Big Daddy Mark,
Yep.
someone else, you know.
He'll come out and be like, I hear voices in my head.
He'll be like, we hurt people.
We hurt people.
Garcia comes out after Jack Perry's match. He said, "Little bitch, full gear,
Yeah.
face me."
And he goes, okay, you're not ready though.
Yeah, Jack Perry's such a baby. I don't believe him.
He's got a baby face.
That's gonna be good. I'm excited. I think Daniel Garcia is gonna win,
Yeah.
and then Jack Perry can fuck off.
Yeah, he'll go hang out with the Bucks.
Julia Hart had her little video thing.
Yep. Yeah, that was
shit.
that was a really cool video package. I really like that.
And
it was like
we're coming up.
Okay.
Sorry,
You go.
No, you.
No, you.
Oh. We're coming up on a year of her losing the championship.
Yeah.
So it's been a whole year.
That's
which is
crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, it was a really good video package. It was like cheerleader Julia Hart. She's like, "Woo, House of Black! I'm so excited to join." Blah 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 blah. And then goth Julia Hart is sitting in the bleachers, and she's like, "Fuck off!" Like she's sitting there. And
fuck off.
Cheerleader Julia Hart is like, guys, did I make the team? And then she gets shot with an arrow and
That's
fucking
good.
dies. And then it keeps transitioning back and forth between them laying in the field. And it's very cool. Very cool. Very well produced.
Yeah, it was a good little thingy. Mason Madden and Mansoor. Oh wait, I skipped
my
a part.
God. I've been
let's talk about this.
I've been so happy for this. So I think it was like a week or two ago.
It was last week.
Johnny TV was back there and he's like, "Hey guys, I really appreciate your style and everything you do. So if you ever want to hang out, give me a call." And they're like, "Oh my God, he's so cool." And they're just like obsessed with him now. So now they keep like doing his poses and shit. They're both standing on a cart and they're like, and they get pushed into the frame. I fucking love them. They're so funny.
It's so goofy. I also liked what did he say about the picture that I sent? He said, "Nice hog."
Yeah.
Please have him join MXM.
Yeah.
That would be the perfect addition.
Did you
But
see
the perfect
Did you see the PSA about washing hands or sanitizing your hands? It was on Twitter, and Mason Madden was like, it looked like he was jacking off. And he's like doing this, and then he walks up to him, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Remember to sanitize your hands." And he turns around, he's going like this. But he was like sitting crouched down, and he was going like that. It was the funniest shit.
Our main event.
Yeah, close it out. We had the Deathriders versus the Conglomeration. Great match. Banger match. Yuta was very close to tapping out. Marina Shafir interfered a little bit here, but then Orange Cassidy came out and chaos broke out, and this shit went crazy, dude. A huge brawl, and then Orange Cassidy jumped off the commentary table onto all of them.
When Orange Cassidy showed up, and him and John Moxley just fucking stopped each other in each other's tracks, and were just on both sides of the, outside of the ring, just staring through all the action at each other. It was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I also didn't notice this before, but Orange Cassidy's been wearing black.
Yeah.
And that's been awesome too.
Yeah.
This match is gonna go so hard. I'll give you another match to watch. Double or Nothing 2021. Pac versus Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy.
I've seen
World
that. I
Championship.
saw that.
Banger.
Yeah.
I thought Orange Cassidy was gonna win that.
Yeah.
People were so behind him. People are gonna be even more behind him for this one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's saving the company. Do you think he's gonna win though? I don't think so.
He's not gonna win.
No, Mox is gonna win, but
Mox is gonna hang on to this guy for quite some time, and I think I think the plan is Darby Allin eventually, but Darby Allin seems to kind of be taking like a backseat to Orange Cassidy right
he's
now.
like Orange's right hand man.
So what I think is probably gonna happen is Orange Cassidy's gonna lose.
Yeah.
Moxley's gonna wreck him.
Yeah.
Like just absolutely murder him. And take him out, put him on the shelf with Chuck. And then I think Darby, either someone else is coming up to step up and it's not Darby yet, or this is Darby's moment. But I think maybe if the way I would do it is probably have one more person that you kind of like, we have a lot of faith in for the company. But besides Orange and Darby, I don't really know who that is. But I'd say let it like cook a little more.
Yeah, yeah.
And
then Darby can save the company.
Dude, Darby as world champion. I wasn't about it initially, but I don't know. I think they're doing the right thing in like doing this whole angle to make people want Darby as a champion more.
Yeah.
Like I get it now. It was a banger episode of Collision though.
Yeah, it was.
I'm mad I wasn't there.
Yeah, that's a tragedy.
It's a tragedy, but
things happen.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Life happens.
Raw's coming to
Providence,
Boston.
Oh, you're gonna go?
Like a month. I wanna try and go.
Going to the garden.
The TD Garden.
TD Garden. I'm taking the T.
I really want AEW to do a pay-per-view in Boston.
In TD Garden?
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
I
think they'd sell it out easily.
I think they would.
Dude, this is like the first week where there hasn't been a pay-per-view this weekend.
I know, dude. I'm like, oh, I gotta watch wrestling. Oh, no, I don't.
Hey, gear up, because
next week, gear up, because next week is full gear. There's too many. I'm gonna quit.
There's so many.
I'm done.
Okay.
You know what? You know what would make me not quit, Galeer?
What's that?
The people giving us money.
Guys, I think he's right.
I think I'm right. Ko-Fi link in the description if you want to give us some money down below. Thank you guys for all the subs, follows, comments, likes, shares, reposts, retweets, more and more. Tell us what you thought of Collision and SmackDown. Do you like the Bloodline cooking up this story here?
Yeah. Oh wait, you weren't asking.
I was asking them.
Well,
to tell us down below.
Y'all know what to do.
If you made it this far, comment 3 beeps. Beep beep beep.
Yeah. So we know you're listening.
A real drop kicker.
Only real drop kickers will comment 3 beeps.
Yeah.
And also 3 exclamation points.
Yes.
And then we can really weed out between the people that were paying attention.
Yeah, because some people might have already left by before this point.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
beep
man.
beep.
Dropkick the Commute, shining bright in the night. Join the conversation.